So I think that's the overall benchmark. But what do you guys think about the definition of benchmark? Like,
what I think, like basically, like how we could define like our mobile app is, you know, not only meeting the customer satisfaction, but also functioning properly.
Yep.
Even with the increase of high traffic, maybe. So, for example, like every application has a limit to handle certain amount of users. So, for example, Google crashed when Michael Jackson died.
okay.
So, because it's not because how many people actually search about Michael Jackson. It's about how many people in that particular time search on Google
at the same time.
Yeah. So we need to focus on it, like whether this mobile app is going to work properly during, for example, Black Friday. In that kind of situation. Where millions of customers would use this mobile app to buy things within a very small time period.
Yeah, and that will affect the millions of customers, and it will definitely affect to the image of the bank also. I mean, negative way.
Yeah.
If anything happens wrong.
Yeah. I think it is very important to make sure that the downtime for the application is, the uptime of the application is as high as possible. So, I think one solution that can tackle this problem. So, for example, we can implement cloud computing. So for example, we might hire external cloud provider in order to get the infrastructure and bandwidth in the time that is very necessary for high bandwidth. So this will ensure that in the day of Black Friday or any like important events, the system will not be down and it will be operated smoothly. So I think this is one of the solutions that I can think of.
That's a really good idea. But what I think about one of the, I would not say downside, but we don't know, like for external cloud, like where and how they are storing and who is handling the data. For example, if we consider about Amazon Cloud. Amazon Cloud, like probably, if I'm not wrong, they store their data in China.
Okay.
And whether our data bank customers' data is handling by any,
third party in somewhere else.
Yeah, somewhere else, how they are handling the data in China. I'm sure like our customer won't be happy and they would not appreciate.
Yeah, I think that is a very...
Yeah, that also like bringing us to about the security and sensitive data issues, right? We might leak those. Yeah, that is another concern bank needs to face again.
Yeah, I think that is a very sensitive issue indeed. Okay. Yeah. So.
So do you have any specific solution for this?
Another way is that we can actually implement cloud computing ourselves. So, for example, we can provide the infrastructure as a service in our organization, and we can actually sell this service for our corporate customers. For example, so for example, some customer might need a lot of bandwidth in order to access financial information in real time. So we can implement this solution in our organization and sell this to our customers. And at the same time, we will address the issue that we need to store the information outside of our organization as well. So I think this might help fix the issue.
Yeah, that's totally good idea. And also, like in addition to that, I can maybe ask the legal team or compliance team to see like how feasible this idea and whether there are any other legal issues or not. They can give us an update about these things. Like whether in banking environment, this cloud thing, how these things would actually work, or if there is any best practices, whether we are complying with the FSA or Bank of England regulations or not. They can look into it. Sounds good?
Yeah, that sounds good. Okay. Do you have anything to add about like a kind of benchmark or anything?
Yeah, the one is, there is one like it is kind of basic benchmark, like I would say. This is kind of customer always, if you try to compare between two things, because the customer, they are very much used to with their login on the computer and then check their personal banking on the computer. And so by launching this mobile app, their mind always try to find the similarities between the mobile app and between the computer.
Oh, okay.
When they open the same account in the computer. So we try to make sure that we can make it as much as like similar to the
desktop app.
desktop, because they are so much used to, and they think like, oh no, desktop is better than this mobile app. Yeah. So this is like a mind setup they have. So it will change slowly, but for the initial stage, I think we need to focus on that also. That it could be similar to the desktop. What do you think, Viraj?
Yeah, I think that's a very good idea actually. Basically, like when for many old people, like when we encourage them to use mobile app, they might get used to the old traditional way of logging to their mobile account, and they really don't want to adopt the new thing. So when they see like the login and at least the user interface is quite similar to the desktop application, it might help them to get used to these things quickly.
Yeah, so that means we can target another range of customers, it means. Not only the young customers.
I think that's a good idea.
Yeah, because they are, anyways, they are used to with the mobile and they are friendly with mobile. Yeah, so.
Yeah, I think it's very important for the user interface to be consistent for each platform, whether it's a PC or a mobile application. So I think it will be able to help the user to adapt and migrate into this new platform much easier. So I think this is a very good idea. And we can add something more. For example, we can provide some survey to make sure that to make sure whether the customer is satisfied with our mobile application. So I think this is one of the benchmarks that we need to include.
That's true.
Customer survey.
Customer survey.
Customer reviews or something.
Yeah. So what do you think?
Then we can maybe, sorry, go on.
No, that's all my point.
Then after reviewing those reviews and their opinions and the comments, we would be able to understand that where we are standing now and what are the things we need to upgrade or change or anything. We can like customize the thing according to their opinions and views. That is really good idea.
Thank you.
How do you think whether about the scalability of the product, or handling the massive amount of customers? How do you think we're gonna test these features? Whether our application is gonna handle any incident like Black Friday or not?
For me, I think we can measure by the response time of the application. For example, measure how many milliseconds from pressing button to get the information. So I think this is one of the technical benchmark that we can measure. But do you think there is other kind of benchmark we can measure on that?
We can think about how quicker the app is.
Okay.
So that is also another benchmark. Really, it should not take, because the whole idea to introduce this mobile app that customer don't need to log in on their computer or their laptop, so that it can be handy on their, they can use it anytime. It should be easy and quicker. So I think that is also very important that it works quickly, so that they don't need to wait for long, just like other normal like call center based service. If the same thing happens here, then we will lose the purpose, the whole idea.
I think that's good.
Right, guys, sorry.
Yes, please go ahead.
Okay, we are about to finish this 10 minutes in next 2 minutes, so we need to summarize.
Okay.
And then,
I have one more point to add. Can I add
please.
this?
Sure.
Please.
I think before actually launching this mobile app officially, maybe we can develop a prototype. And and
for the
since
time.
we have loads of employees working for us, we could just ask them to use this app simultaneously and see whether the app is functioning properly or not. That could be one of the easiest way to check whether our mobile app is working properly or not.
Yep.
So
you're saying that we should use allow our internal employee to actually experience the app.
Experience this app.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea. Do you have any idea to add?
Sorry, it is still not clear. Do you mind to just explain
Yeah,
this?
basically like we would ask our 100,000 employees to use this app, for simultaneously for maybe 5 to 10 minutes to see whether the app can handle this massive.
Even it's a kind of experiment we need to do.
This app can handle this massive traffic within small period of time.
Yep.
And maybe like from my experience in IT industry, I can tell you like if the failure rate is less than 0.05%,
Right.
I think we could consider it as successful.
Okay, yeah. I think this is a good idea, but I have one concern though. If we allow 100,000 employees to use this mobile application for, let's say, 10 minutes, I think this will result in some loss of productivity for the employees. And in order to test the downtime for the system, I think we can use some other technology. For example, we can use virtualization to make a lot of virtual mobile application. Let's say 100,000 in order to test whether this actually counter with the downtime.
That's a very good idea. I actually didn't give a thought about this thing.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a good idea. So it's a virtualization.
Yeah,
creating
virtualization.
and to okay.
Yeah. So what do you think about that?
Yeah, that's a good idea, I think, yeah. But yeah, if we like ask our staff to use this and to check, to do this experiment, that means we all need to have this bank account also. Yeah. So we need to make sure that those staff members, they all have this bank account. Yeah, I think, yeah, that is also good, yeah, what you have just said.
Thank you. Thank you that you agree.
So we can maybe summarize everything, whatever we have discussed, and for that we have only 5 minutes left.
Okay, sure. So maybe, Iras, do you want to summarize?
Yeah, so the features we have we are going to include here. Those are accessing account information, payments and transfers, account support services, branch and ATM finder, cardless gas. Anything else?
I think that's all.
Yeah, and also the departments are involved. So we have discussed pretty much about finance, marketing, IT, the risk team, and an audit and human resource,
Yeah.
and the legal and regulatory team also, and the benchmarking what we have discussed. Those are like similarities, human resource, they find similarities, and then how quicker the app is, and then also at the same time how many customers are using the app.
Yeah.
That one, and then also a review feature so that customer can make their comments and we can learn and develop more about this app. And then what else?
I think we need to also measure the security. For example, like the number of incident of data breaches.
You mean with the benchmarking?
Yeah, with the benchmarking.
Okay.
And for the team, I think we need to include the external consultants.
External consultants, yeah.
And also the technical analytic team.
Yeah.
And as for the solution, we are proposing to develop a cloud computing capability within our organization. And we will also be developing some prototype in order to test the mobile application.
Yeah, I agree.
Yep, I think that's pretty much it.
Is there anything you think we can discuss? We still have 2 minutes time.